Winners don't use drugs.
Unlike the makers of this movie. Hello.
Hey.
I took a week off of the disgusting ass heat wave.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I didn't want to sit there with a headset on for fucking 4 hours. And sometimes watching these movies and everyone talking and getting, getting their talk across, it takes a while to start the movie because we're all catching up with each other and shit. But
oh, it's a hot town. Summer in the city. Back of your neck getting dirty and gritty.
Yeah, we just got off a fucking 6-day, 7-day heat wave.
Ugh.
I know that's all over the place though, but anyway, yeah, back with a shitty movie, probably the shittiest movie of all time. Darius,
It's
Carol,
up there.
Jens, Raquel.
Yep.
Slasher.
And Han was here, but we were dragging this out too long. He was like, "Now I can't talk about this shitty movie for too long."
Oh, Manticore knows that song. It is a pity. It's
What's up, Manticore? How you doing?
it might be a pity that this movie exists.
Hi, Manticore.
A shitty movie? A pity that the shitty movie exists?
It's a pity that this movie is what Half Moon Bay is most known for now.
Fucking Birdemic. Shock and terror. Yeah, shock and terror, all right.
I was shocked.
So there was, I saw the trailer, but there were some shocking things that I was not ready for it.
You weren't? Even from the previews, you weren't ready for it.
I wasn't ready for
the extension of the pain.
Just the bad sound quality.
Top to bottom. Top to bottom, this movie is shit.
Like a Blue Yeti mic sounds much better than every mic in this movie.
I have a Samsung phone that I haven't even tried to turn on in months. I bet you I could make a better movie.
It's like everyone was talking through a walkie-talkie.
There were certain scenes where it sounded like as soon as I noticed it was blonde girl,
Natalie.
There were times where as soon as she opened her mouth, it sounded like an explosion went off behind her.
Yeah. Like anytime she was on the beach.
Yeah, like they picked the windiest day to film.
They picked every wrong day to film because they made this fucking movie. Who gave this guy? I hope the $10,000 was out of his own pocket. I hope he didn't scam somebody out of fucking paying for it.
I'm sure it was daddy or a rich aunt.
Well, he did work at a Silicon Valley software company.
He could have made a big sale.
In sales.
That inspired him for the main character, the brain dead main character.
Yep. Who always tucked in his polo shirt.
Walking around like a sim. He's literally walking around like a fucking sim.
Like his spine was fused together.
He was a sim. Yeah, like he has a rod up his ass. Like fucking, and he's walking. He's looking around. He's looking around like a Terminator.
He's the Virginator.
The Virginator. No, he's not a virgin anymore.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know that.
No explicit sex scene in this movie.
Yeah, maybe she just gave him a dirty foot rub.
It was worth a watch if you want to watch a terrible movie, Manticore. That's what it was.
It was great. Everybody should watch this movie.
How are you doing, Sherry?
Hey, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
Sherry seems to know about these bad movies. These bad movies I've been doing. I notice Sherry comes in and starts saying stuff in the chat. This is Carol has overtaken herself with the champion of bad movie by taking Birdemic overtook Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. So congratulations, Carol.
Oh my god!
Do I get like a special award?
You're gonna get a medal in the mail.
I can't wait.
Yes.
Friday's my birthday, so could that medal hurry up and get here?
Snap.
You're gonna get a gold medal.
Oh man, I should have known you were a Leo.
You're a Leo. Hi, Smirk.
Hey, Smirk.
Hello.
How you
Oh.
doing, Smirk?
By the way, Slasher, the actress that played Natalie, Whitney Moore, was also in Young Justice.
She is? Who does she
Yeah.
play? Power Girl?
She plays
Sherry loves
Courtney Whitmore.
Sherry loves terrible movies.
Let's see. Courtney Whitmore, Stargirl voice.
She looks
Okay.
like she would be good as like a teenage Power Girl.
Yeah, well. Yeah. Yeah, teenage. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll give her that. She was definitely attractive.
Even though she's obviously not a teenager, but I'm just saying, like, she would
Yeah.
be like
And she's obviously not an actor.
the skinny version of Power Girl, I guess, is what I'm saying.
She was too good looking for this movie, but her acting was just right.
Oh yeah,
Acting was on point.
everyone around the level of porn level acting. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm sure this guy, what's his name, Daniel James and Daniel Gwynn.
Who cares?
Yeah, I'm sure this guy's done some at least softcore porn in his career, like
Oh man, he's that guy
like
from Silicon
Cinemax,
Valley.
like Cinemax, like back in like '96 when they would show like.
Yeah, dude, he's just a regular, Vietnamese kid, and who went to high school in Silicon Valley, and then got a job at in sales at a software company in San Mateo.
Yeah, and he came up with this shit to do with the movie.
Well, this movie is like it's a hybrid idea of his life and a climate change environmental message.
This is barely even a movie.
It took them like 45 minutes to show a bird.
It's also about 75% B-roll. This shit is mostly B-roll of driving, walking, nonsense. Shots of the inside of a Thai restaurant, of a painting across the wall of a fucking Thai restaurant. We get shots of them going to a fucking pumpkin festival, and we get to see them walking down a fucking parade with a giant pumpkin. And
Now, yeah,
they're holding hands and watching this.
A lot of the setting is things like the pumpkin festival and the painting in the Thai restaurant. It's just real stuff in Half Moon Bay, but the camera lingers on it too long. Like, there are really paintings like that in Thai restaurants, but we didn't need like 30 seconds of it.
The opening credits of this fucking movie is like sliding side cam during slow traffic.
Yeah, his drive to work. His drive to work alone is like 2 minutes.
And then not just his drive to work, but his get out of the car and slowly walk towards.
Right. And
where
he even
works.
gets stuck in traffic and he doesn't get annoyed. It's at that point that Slasher observed.
Oh, I got annoyed.
He has no emotion whatsoever in the entire movie.
He's a
He
small.
got real excited when he made that sale.
Yeah, he did get excited though. Yeah, that's true. He made a sale for $1 million with his company.
Oh, and he looked disappointed when Natalie wouldn't invite him inside after the first date.
Well, also first we don't get to see Natalie till he's creepily staring at her. Well, she's cutting.
Oh.
She's cutting food for what seemed like 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, they were at a restaurant, and he's just staring at her at the next booth.
Well, he's still learning human emotion. I'm convinced this guy is like a pod person or something.
Yeah, Smirk, this guy is worse than an AI at learning human behavior and learning to emulate human behavior. This guy fails the Turing test.
Well, also, her acting ain't exactly on the level either. So
No, there's more there.
She's what, at the 1 hour photo taking taking shots for a Victoria's Secret catalog because that happened.
Yeah. Okay. So, what? So you mentioned the drive to work. That was like the first thing, right?
Yeah.
And he's there, and he's doing sales over the phone, right? And he seals the $1 million deal.
$1 million, and he's like, hell yeah, hell yeah, $1 million.
Right. And then his boss with the penis like bowl haircut comes up and high fives him.
His boss, who looks like the least famous member from Nirvana, Chris Novoselic. He looks like the third guy from Nirvana that you don't hear a peep out of now. Well, you don't hear a peep out of Kurt Cobain since '94, but you know what I mean. Sorry, too soon.
Hey, games.
Hey, games.
We should watch the sequel, though.
Smirk, I think it's 2 sequels.
Yeah, there's more than just 2. We should watch them all.
All right. No, because we already have series lined up. So I was going to do this one, and then we were going to go into the series. I'll talk about that later.
Well, you wait till it gets to my turn again.
Oh, God. Are you going to pick the next 2? You're off the channel for good, then. I'm kidding.
No, don't do that.
So,
I'm kidding.
So the first, we all know how to create dramatic tension, right?
George Lucas in the chat.
What's up, George Lucas? He definitely knows how to create dramatic tension.
Oh, George Lucas.
And, people on YouTube definitely know how to create drama. But, oh, hey, Moira.
How you doing, Moira?
Hey, Laura.
But for the first half of this movie, this guy's having the best day of his life.
Oh,
Everything's coming up Rod.
Yeah, Rod. Our main character, Rod.
Hey, Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
Hi, Lorenzo.
His name is Rod because he walks like he has a rod crammed up his ass.
He does. But we can't confirm.
He can't act. He can't fucking act. This dude, if acting school was a necessity, this guy would starve.
Yeah, he just stares sleepily forward, and like Slasher said, he can't walk around convincingly like a human. He just walks rigidly.
And blinking. Awkwardly blinking.
Yeah. He doesn't notice anything as he's walking down the street. He's just staring straight ahead.
Also, when he's at the fucking table, just, oh my God.
Yeah, so he goes to a restaurant. Yeah, and he sits down and he notices this attractive blonde sitting at the next booth, and he just stares at her. And I think it's only when she gets up to leave that he follows her. No, he starts talking to her, and he's like, "Hey,
first of all, I
know you?
I gotta call this guy out. All right, what's his fucking name? I gotta look up this guy's actual fucking name.
Oh, Bach, Alan Bach, Bagh.
Yeah, Bah. That's what I fucking say. This guy's acting. Jesus fucking H.
It looks like he's got long hair and a beard now.
Darius, were you having computer issues?
What? No, was I?
You said your sound was fucked up before.
I just got a recent update on voice mod. It sounds better now. I looked up Alan Bach. He was in the Book of Boba Fett.
Bach. Are you kidding me? He
was one of the bikers. Nutcracker biker.
Whoa, so he's actually got some work in something other than fucking Birdemic.
It's probably like a background role, but yeah, he was in Parks and Rec as attendee seated in meeting.
Let's see, was this guy in the fucking horrible sequels? Sequels. I can't believe sequels.
James Nguyen, that's his name. The director.
Yes, Alan Bach was in the sequel. Good God. Birdemic 2: The Resurrection. Okay, I'm gonna need time away from any Birdemic movie. So now when you pick those ones, it's gonna be after the series we're gonna do.
And Birdemic 3: Sea Eagle.
Sea Eagle.
Which looks like a Van Gogh painting.
No shame. No fucking shame.
There's not even a rating.
Of course not. I bet the budget was $10,000, right? $10,000 with no profit, right?
I don't know. I mean, for number 3, there's no rating. Number 2 has a rating of 1.5 out of 10,
Oh no.
which is honestly the worst that we've ever seen.
Yeah, this is one of the worst, I think.
At least the first one has a 1.7 out of 10.
But the
Rating.
acting was so good. But the
Oh,
graphics,
yeah.
guys, the graphics.
The sound, the story, the characters. That's just the
character
characters.
development and
Yeah, they just dragged you in with certain characters, like that Marine guy that came out of nowhere,
He was pretty cool. I actually like that guy because he seemed to know what he was doing.
or the bridge guy.
what about
Uh,
the song?
the bridge guy was Fat Fauci.
Oh yeah, don't forget we had a great soundtrack.
Oh yeah, hanging out with my family,
All right,
having ourselves a party.
are we getting a little too ahead?
Okay, yeah, no, we're getting ahead of it. So he's at the restaurant and he sees this girl and he's like, "Hey, don't I know you?"
I guess we could just cut through 45 minutes of bullshit. There was 45 minutes of bullshit.
Yeah,
There was some girl, fucking some dude. Oh no, it wasn't some dude. It was his boss or his coworker or whatever. There was some. Remember that scene? It was just she's in a bikini in a hotel room, and there's that
poster on the wall.
Yeah, what did it say? Imagine
Peace. which I looked up.
ImaginePeace.com.
Yep, it's a real website. It's an organization by Yoko Ono,
Oh no,
Of
Yoko.
course. Of
which
course
explains
she had-
Imagine, right?
Also, that explains the horrible sound of this movie.
Oh, those birds! The horrible shrieking of the birds. That was just Yoko Ono.
Yeah, that was her own voice.
Oh, that's terrible.
Good God.
Poor
Like,
Yoko.
they hit a grand slam of shit out of this movie. A terrible acting, look, like cinematography, sound, like.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So the main character Rod is basically like a self-insert for James Nguyen himself. He's just like a straight and narrow,
Oh, he's
boring.
He's the
tech
white
salesman.
boy version of this
Yes.
Americanized Japanese guy, or
Yeah.
Korean, or whatever.
He's Vietnamese, but yeah, he's basically just like the white bread version of the white bread Asian director. He's a tech. He has the exact same job, and I'm guessing the director probably didn't know how to talk to girls, and he doesn't think it bothers them to be stared at a restaurant or followed out, and he thinks it's a good game to just hand them a business card.
Or stop blinking at them, like we're trying to signal them that the FBI is going to come through the window any minute. This dude's like nodding and blinking.
Right. And he read the wrong pickup artist manual. He read the one his mother gave him. It says you got to demonstrate value to a girl by telling her that you're a stable choice and that you have a backup plan and you got stock options.
And you got to bang her at a hotel. Don't take it back to
Well, I think his boss told him that, like, nah, bro, don't let her know where you live. Take a girl to a hotel. That way, if you make her promises, you never have to keep them. She doesn't know where you live.
But the review says it's a master. It was a masterpiece.
Yeah. So he does get a date with Natalie, despite being super awkward around her. And he tells his boss, like, yeah, she's a model. You know, she's just got hired by Victoria's Secret. And his boss,
nice teeth.
yeah, they're on the basketball court. And his boss is like, yeah, and he just starts thrusting in the air, you know, like a bro. And he's like, yeah, you got to hit that, bro. She's a model. Victoria's Secret. You know what that means? We're all going to be millionaires. High five, bro.
This woman is taking glamorous photo shots at a fucking 1 hour photo place.
Yes.
Well, where else is she gonna go?
She walks out of the 1 hour photo place right after getting these fucking probably 50 cents a picture. Well, I don't know, whatever. Whatever $2010 were.
What was she modeling for?
So much of this goddamn movie looked like it was made out of strip mall.
Yeah, it was. It legitimately was.
Okay, so I guess I was on the nose with what I guessed.
Yeah, in Half Moon Bay.
All right.
You could probably go there. Some of those businesses are probably that Thai restaurant is probably still there.
As soon as she walks out of the place, she gets the phone call from her agent.
Yes.
Like, you're the new cover model for the next Victoria's Secret catalog.
Great job. You earned it. Yeah.
Holy fucking shit!
There's
This
some
guy,
real, like Tommy Wiseau level dialogue.
yeah, it really is Tommy Wiseau levels. This is like if Tommy Wiseau thought he could make an action movie, and I use the term action very
A horror
loosely.
movie. A Hitchcock
I'll use
movie.
that term very loosely too.
This movie was very much an attempt at making a Hitchcock movie.
I'll say it's a movie. It's a movie. It was made. It was filmed. There were actors in it. It's a movie.
No,
Well-
that's my review. It's a movie.
Well,
Yeah, it's a movie.
You're tearing me apart. Yeah, Mark knows. So this movie was
birds.
This movie was a blatant ripoff of Alfred Hitchcock, and it knew that it was, and it knew that we would know because it references the birds and just in the very premise to the point where they actually got archival footage of Tippi Hedren, who's listed as the third name in the cast list, just from the archival footage. This guy, what I read about him, the director, is that he has no film training except for watching Alfred Hitchcock movies.
No, the hell.
Right. So, unlike Quentin Tarantino, whose only film training was working at a video store for years and years and years and being a bit of a savant, this guy was just a regular tech bro who liked Alfred Hitchcock.
I'm gonna say he also liked cocaine.
You think
Oh.
that's why it took him 45 minutes to do the first kill? Because he was a little scared.
Maybe. I don't think this director did any drugs. I don't think
Maybe he did all the drugs.
I disagree.
I think he's super straight-laced and innocent.
No, he's not.
The director?
He can't be.
He couldn't even put nudity in his low-budget movie.
Yeah, he had that girl in her bra
He
for
took his clothes off because he put all the money up his nose.
he had that girl in her bra for like 6 minutes. It seemed like what was 6 minutes of actual film time, and no, not even one nipple.
Okay, well, here's the thing, though. This director obviously doesn't know how men and women talk to each other, and he doesn't know how to talk to a woman.
He doesn't know how American human beings talk to each other.
If he was a cokehead, he would at least know how to talk to women because he would know that women love cocaine.
Maybe he was into the boys.
So you don't think he would have written that in?
Well, it wasn't acceptable for him at the time. He's got to impress his dad.
It was made in 2010.
His dad gave him the money for this movie. You can't tell his dad the secret.
So, do Rod's parents appear in the movie?
Moira, I said for people to hit me up during the week if they want to watch the movie.
Yeah, we sent a tweet out yesterday.
What's up,
Hello,
Jacksaw?
How you doing?
So, meanwhile, we do see Natalie's mom. She's a really nice, overweight old lady. Very sweet, though, and kind of old school in that she wants her daughter to find a man that can take care of her. And Natalie admits she has no backup plan whatsoever. She says this to Rod directly.
I'm sorry. I got to interrupt right here. I've heard this thing for years, and I never really believed it because I've seen it work the opposite way. They say if you want to know what a girl that you're with looks like,
Look at her mom.
yeah, what she's going to look like at that point. So this poor girl doesn't have a very bright future.
Aww.
Her mom's happy. She's real happy. She loves being retired.
And heavy.
Yeah, she's very heavy.
She's wide. She's like Chris Farley wide.
You leave Mama alone.
She's the sweet. I know
We'll make
moms
a
just
lunch.
like her.
I'm just saying this is a thing that I've heard. I don't always. And like I said, sometimes I've seen it work the opposite.
And I think she was a better actor than Rod.
Yeah, you just leave that fat mama alone.
That bridge guy was
a sandwich.
That bridge guy was a better actor than most of the people. That random guy on the bridge.
I like the tree hugger at the end.
Oh,
The
God,
tree
yeah,
hugger was
that guy was
amazing.
a great actor. Oh yeah,
I liked his hair.
fucking give an Oscar to that guy.
I want to tell Tommy about this movie just for the tree hugger.
To the song.
What? Hanging out.
Yeah,
hanging out with my family.
Well, yeah, I guess we could forward to that because the first 45 minutes of the fucking movie is their relationship.
Right. Well, so she agrees to go out with him for some reason. He takes her out to dinner at a Thai restaurant.
It's robotic charm. That's what it is.
Yeah. And by the way, if you guys have ever gone out to a Thai restaurant, they ask you how spicy you want your food, right? And there's like mild, medium, and hot, right? But they also have no spice for white people. Just a fun fact if you ever go out for Thai food. But then he takes her.
Oh, but I'm a white guy and I like spices.
Oh, I do too.
I don't get that stereotype.
Well, no, I went to a Thai restaurant once that had a chart and it had like a little Thai boy who's like mild. He's like, and then hot. He was like, ooh, and then like Thai spice. He's like waving his mouth with his hand like, ah, ah, ah. And then no spice was like a little blonde kid smiling.
No spice.
They say that the English spice is flour. But I took that as a joke when I heard it. But so he takes her before they go to the beach. Where does he take her?
Does it matter really? We go to a goddamn pumpkin.
Oh, the dance hall. He takes her to the dance hall, and it's just the two of them in this like club, and this guy who's just
the very soul the Luther Vandross of the fucking movie. Yeah, he's very soul forward. First of all right, I'm sorry. We've been going on for 27 minutes. Jens, you haven't said a peep about this fucking movie.
Is Jens even here?
Yeah, Jens, are you even here?
Yeah. Are you on the total, Jim?
I'm still here.
Yeah. Neither of you have said anything. Neither of you have said anything about this movie.
No, you've been saying it all. Totally shit.
Jens made some predictions early on in the movie that came true. He said that this movie was going to be soy, and he was right. I'm pretty sure that Rod's cup of coffee was a soy latte. And pretty early on, he watches the news, and you hear about climate change, and polar bears are having to retreat back to the North Pole.
We get that guy that knocks on his door and tries to sell him solar panels.
Yeah, I thought for sure that guy was a Mormon. Hello, sir. I'm from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Can I tell you the good news about solar panels? And he's like, solar panels, sure. I drive a hybrid.
Oh, also, wait, that came into play later on too, because remember, he's fucking pitching solar panels to his work crew.
Right, because our hero wants to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Okay, thanks. Yeah, that's how we know he's one of the good guys, right? Because he wants to save the Earth.
Jens, was this full of masculine action, bro?
Bad masculine action.
So 64-bit bird.
Yeah, even though
64-bit birds.
Yeah, it took like half the film just to see a bit of action go down, but
could you call that shit action?
It was just TV.
Well, compared to the rest of the film,
hey, what's up, Mr. TV?
Yeah, I never saw a bird attack apart from the ones that dive bombed and was exploding.
Yeah,
Well-
and pissing all over people with acid.
But the birds only dive bombed in the beginning when we saw their attack. We
In the
saw
gas
that
station.
they're going down like kamikaze planes.
Yeah, that was pretty racist.
Oh, maybe they were Japanese eagles. They kept calling them eagles.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they were just polygons.
Yeah, I think they were just like rejected birds from a Tomb Raider game back in like '98 or something.
Hi, Parrot Head.
The parrot head.
Yeah, they look
Hey.
like
What's up,
Phoenix.
Tyler?
If you've ever played a game called Phoenix, an old.
Wait, the old Atari game? Well, it was an
Yeah.
arcade and an Atari game.
Yeah. That's what sort of like the birds was like, because it was hovering, but
I don't know. I
the
think
wings
some
were
Atari
flapping as
games,
quick.
some Atari games, even from the fucking '70s, had better graphics than this for its time.
There's a bird in the chat.
Yeah, there is a parrot head. Now,
Yeah.
Jens, you know what the people want to know.
Yeah.
Did this movie have more than 3 soy nerd bitches?
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty much everyone except the Iraqi war veteran.
But what about the little kids? They were okay.
Oh wait, what about the guy who tried to rob them for their gas? That
Oh,
dude-
yeah.
That's
Not
what
that guy
$100
either.
gallon gas?
That dude
Yeah.
was a rootin' tootin' shooting fucking redneck.
A real rack-a-frack varmint.
Yeah. That dude didn't care. He'd do some fucking highway robbery. Literally highway robbery.
Literally. Yeah, he was a highwayman.
But the bird took care of them.
Oh yeah.
He was the movie's depiction of a Texas Republican.
Alright. So let's describe these birds.
If you can call them birds.
Let's just describe these birds.
Sometimes they flap their wings.
Sometimes, only sometimes, they're very selective. Oh, sometimes they explode.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Dive bombed. Kamikaze birds. And sometimes they pee at acid on people.
Yeah, sometimes they'll explode and get what looks like pea soup exploding all over you.
It was acid.
Um,
They're really good at hovering.
sometimes they'll get in your face and scratch you, but sometimes they'll get in your face but won't scratch you. Like when they were trying to fight them off with the hangers.
Oh, God.
All our introduction to the birds after the kamikaze attack from town to town, they're coming out of the fucking house
I
swinging.
thought the coat
Hangers.
hangers were a pro-choice message.
Holy fucking! Oh Jesus Christ! Now you're
Is that
going
too dark?
deeper into the SJW message of the movie.
Let's just stick to
Self-bed abortion.
Anyway. No,
First
just
of all,
'cause
this movie
they're like,
isn't
we don't have any guns. We have
movie
coat hangers, though.
movie is an actual abortion, so I guess it's fucking fitting.
Yeah, the movie itself was a coat hanger abortion. The bone.
Back alley on a garbage can. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
So-
they didn't explain why the birds were full of acid.
They didn't, right?
No. Well, it was somehow related to the
Oh, was
bird
it?
flu.
But yeah,
Which
it
was related
had,
to climate change.
Global warming.
it had something to do with Bridge Guy's speech because Bridge Guy. All right, we're jumping a little bit forward, but whatever. The fuck, this fucking movie is.
Hi, Bone.
Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
Bone.
Because, in the news report, we get the first hints about global warming and then, the solar panels,
Well, all right.
polar
Also-
bears.
Well, I just wanted to say that Bridge Guy, he goes into the speech about all the stuff that had happened in from 2001 to 2010 when this shit bomb was made.
Right. SARS.
He goes
Bird
into
flu.
West Nile. Yes, he
West
goes
Nile,
into
yep.
West Nile. He goes into SARS, and he goes into the avian bird flu.
He's basically implying that all of these animal-based diseases are like the Earth fighting back in response to global warming. That was the implication that I took from it.
All right, yeah, pretty much what he was going for. Him and Tree Hugger had their speeches.
Tree hugger.
Tree hugger.
What a character.
I literally called himself a tree hugger
That was his name.
with his god awful wig.
He
Holy
had
shit.
great hair. What are you talking about? Not a single strand out of place. Not a split
Yeah,
end.
that was yeah.
He had a
See?
tree house.
He
So
said, "Who are you?" I'm just a tree hugger.
You're
Tree
saying
hugger.
you're saying it wasn't a wig.
And when you see him, he's literally hugging a tree. Moira is shocked by this.
Shocked and terrored.
Birdemic, shock and terror.
He's shocked and terrored. All right. I got these awesome graphics ready to show.
Yeah. Yes, Manicore, the Great Reset. Stupid people. Hangers are not for birds.
Here we go.
There they are.
This is no joke. This is what the movie looks like.
Yep.
Yep.
They're like UFOs. They just hover in place.
I love how it flies into the windshield.
Yeah. It doesn't even explode.
Yeah, this is the end. Oh, sorry, spoiler. This is the end.
Now, did they shoot that bird?
It's really that bad.
Because it doesn't explode.
Well, all right. This is when they were shooting from the passenger side, right? Because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
shooting. They're shooting a lot from from this van, and sometimes they're shooting, but sometimes there's not because there's occasionally a muzzle flash.
Yeah. And a sound effect like a. Although they left that gun on the ground for some reason. Maybe because it was covered in bird pee.
This moron pays $100 for gas, gets robbed on the highway. One of these fake-looking birds cuts the guy's throat who robbed them. And this moron slowly drives off. Okay, sorry, we forgot to mention. No one drives fast in this movie.
No, but that's if you notice, there is a pattern to who the birds attack, right? Because, like you said, they're dive bombing in the beginning. They're dive bombing the city, right, and exploding things and attacking people.
All
And
the
then-
wasteful people.
Yeah, but then again, when they go to the gas station for snacks, wine, water, and $100 tank or $100 a gallon gasoline, the birds start attacking the gas station, blowing up the pump, right? And then when they're in the van traveling down the road, they get attacked again because they're in an automobile, and automobiles cause climate change, right? And it's when the highwayman robs them at gunpoint and steals their $100 a gallon tank of gasoline that the bird slits his throat. So it's
What?
there's a pattern. Yeah, remember when the bird slit the guy's throat for stealing their gas?
I didn't see that.
Oh, well, yeah. So the bird keeps attacking. It attacks like structures in the city. It especially attacks the gas station. It blew up the pump. It attacks the van, and it slit the throat of the gun-toting man who stole their gasoline, which I think is why they just left the tank on the side of the road.
Oh, also don't forget it killed the girl while she was trying to take a shit in the woods.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
8 times.
That's true. She was pooping in
dead
nature.
She was dead about to take a shit.
Yeah, and
The
even
guy
just
the guy was even like, she went to take a shit.
yeah, and even just like a field of grass with no trees around, the two girls still go to poop together.
Although there was also the debate whether she was killed by the bird or whether
The other girl shot her.
but yeah, whether the other girl shot her in the fucking
Oh
face.
yeah. So this is jumping ahead a bit, but the
It
one
don't
girl
matter.
goes to poop out in a field, and Natalie goes with her. A bird swoops down while she's squatting with the roll of TP in her hand.
They made it like she pulled her pants down to take a shit because she was in squat mode, but her pants were still on. And
Right.
then the N64 bird flies in her face.
64 bird.
And then Natalie pulls out a
Blonde
pistol.
girl just goes fucking blood or crip on her and fucking just starts firing. Boom.
Yeah, the pistol with
can't
laser
use-
sight.
Yeah, we can't tell if poor other girl was shot in the face by Natalie's panic move or whether although when we see Natalie's dead body, she does have the scratches on her face, so I guess the bird did get her.
Yeah, well, not Natalie's dead body, but the other.
No, the
other
other girl. The other girl, yeah. Sorry. I meant the other girl.
Yeah.
Stupid fucking movie. I don't know if I could bring myself to watch that. It's going to be a long time before I could bring myself to type in the fucking thing, Birdemic 2. Just type that on my computer.
All right. And so the birds, they're like you said, we had the news reports about the global warming, and you had the solar panel guy, and then after that first date, he's like, "Hey, can I come in?" And she's like, "Maybe on our second date." And he's like, all right." So they do go out again, and he takes her to the hotel, and they just mingle their stinky feet together.
Their feet were filthy.
Yeah, they did both have dirty ass feet.
Mm-hmm. Because he knows, he's not ready to bring her home to mom. But
Further, we don't even know if this guy has a family.
no, we know nothing about him. He's just a total blank. But
He is a blank.
yeah, and when they wake up,
did you say he's a dud? Well, we were watching.
yeah, I said he's a dud. Oh yeah, there's the hotel. So when they wake up, she's still in her turquoise Victoria's Secret underwear, but he's still got his tank top and his jeans on. So it's quite possible she just gave him a through the pants hand job. And
he would have
which
been
is,
happy with it.
yeah, it'd be the most action he's ever had. But you know the rules of horror movies. Now that he's gotten some action, the killing begins.
I'd say this is more of a horrible movie than a horror movie.
Right. And so everything till the end of the movie takes place within that second day while the sun is up. And,
I don't know how anyone could call this a horror movie, even if you're like joking
well,
around.
it's a suspense movie. It's Hitchcockian, right? He wanted to make his own Hitchcock movie, so he just ripped off Hitchcock.
It's cocky. And
Yeah, the bed was frightening. It was just the looked pretty stupid, but it was supposed to be frightening.
it's cocky, and the guy who made this is a fucking cock. A fucking moron.
You see, if Jens was in this movie, they wouldn't have anything to worry about. He could just punch them right out of the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
Most
might
of them-
they might explode or pour boiling pea soup all over him. So he'd have to take his chances.
Well, Jens could pick up the tree hugger and just throw him at the birds, and they would explode.
Mm.
Here, look. Here's the kamikaze. Here's the kamikaze bird.
There it is. Look at that smoke fading in.
Boom.
Mm.
This is like bad After Effects.
This is in the actual movie. I did not make this up. This is in the actual movie. This happened.
Yes. This is not Pinata Farms, folks. This is actually Birdemic. So they look out the window after their first night of maybe coitus, and the town is being attacked by
Yeah,
birds, dive bombing.
their night of dry humping through cargo pants and lingerie.
Yep, post-nut horror. And but they don't have guns or anything. I mean, they're Californians and they're
Not yet.
environmentalists.
Not yet.
Yeah. So they just take the bed and the mattress and they just shove it up against the window. And then they leave anyway. They just walk out the door anyway. But when they part the curtain, you can see the bird is just right there in the window.
Well, yeah, the terrible facing you flying. The one that hovers and faces you. That one graphic they use over and over again.
Yeah.
They
Right.
also like to use the graphic of one bird in the air getting shot.
Yeah. Now, isn't it at the hotel where they just randomly meet? Oh no, they get in their car. Was it his Mustang? And they go to meet with the tall guy, the Iraqi war veteran, and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, who even though the Iraqi war veteran has
The girl who gets assassinated while shitting. Yeah.
right, a little later she does, but this guy is easily like a foot taller than everyone else, and so to keep him in frame, everyone else looks incredibly short. And but even though he has like a rifle, he has like an automatic rifle, he doesn't have one for everyone, so he just gives everyone coat hangers, and they're all back to back, right, butt to butt, holding coat hangers as they go out the front door, swatting at the birds on their way to get into the Aerostar.
It was so effective.
Guns, how full of masculine action was that scene where they're swinging the coat hangers at the birds? Was that off the charts masculine?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was like martial arts with the coat.
It was full display.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more masculine than Buffy.
Oh, that's
Okay.
I don't know about that. Buffy being one of the most masculine fucking programs ever made for a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah. So, that's why. So they didn't have guns in the house. That's why they needed the coat hangers. Their guns were in the van. They kept their guns in the van. So they get to the van, and the birds are, still chasing them. But they have what did Hansar call it? Like an M16 style AR-15.
So wait, Brain Dead Silicon Valley guy was packing from the beginning.
No, both guns were in the van.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there was like an automatic rifle.
That was the Marine guy's van.
Right. Yeah, the Marine. He had an automatic rifle in the van, and he had a pistol with laser sight. Those are the two guns we get in the movie, and they're both just in the van. They just keep them in the van.
Why didn't they take the Cowboys gun?
Why did they leave the fucking gas on the side? And then this moron later on is like, we ran out of gas. I wonder why.
But then they stole those two little kids.
Well, yeah, that's like...
This main guy is a fucking window-licking mouth breather. This guy's a fucking moron.
So the Birdemic has just begun, and they're traveling down the road in the Aerostar. They come across a car with two dead parents in it, right? Slashed up by
and they're under the car. The two kids are under the car.
Yeah, they look under the car.
These
what does the girl say?
Oh my god! All right, just
the
go.
Birds will eat me.
Oh my god!
She's like, I've been under here all day.
Oh, check your eyes out.
My mom is
I have something very nasty to say about those kids later on in the movie. So go ahead.
Oh.
I thought they was the best actors in the movie.
Nah, Bridge Guy delivered his Tree Hugger. No, sorry, Tree Hugger. That guy's wig automatically disqualifies him. That dude's fucking wig and his fucking buttoned up flannel. Nah, that dude's nah.
That wig was almost as bad as Samurai Cop.
The only difference was like, all right. The only problem I have with Bridge Guy was there were certain lines where he was like, All right, you don't deliver your lines with a
Just making this up as I go.
Everyone else has got you know what? Actually, the girl who delivered her news about her Victoria's Secret deal, that girl, I'll give her this out. I guess it's because she didn't have to deliver too much dialogue.
No, she said, "Congratulations again."
Yeah. She congratulated her about 5-6 times.
Yeah. So they just abduct these kids.
I'll be back in a second. Go ahead, guys.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, so they find these kids. The parents have been slashed by eagle talons. They're dead in the car. But this little girl's under the car. She's like, I've been here all day. And so they just abduct the kids. Now, in the hotel, he picked up the phone and then immediately put it back down. So I guess the line was dead.
Looking for dial tone.
Yeah. Yeah, the birds must have cut the phone line, right? But then they pulled out their cell phones, and their cell phones didn't work either, right?
Yeah, there's no dial tone on that cell phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I think the birds had like just totally took down society by that time.
Yeah, that was like the 3G era, and so the birds just took out all the 3G towers, and so his iPhone, like iPhone 3, and her flip phone. She had like a Motorola Razr, so they didn't work. So they couldn't call the cops or anything. And so when they find these kids, instead of calling the cops, they just abduct them. They put them in the van next to the weapons.
Get on the floor.
And then the kids immediately forget about their dead parents.
Yeah, they're totally cool with it. They're like, yeah, we just want a Happy Meal.
No, these little shits just want Happy Meals.
Well, they have PSP in the back of the van, right? So they forget about their parents and they just enjoy playing their PSP.
Yo, to hell with these kids.
These were powerful birds, Manticore. Very powerful. Destroyed mankind in less than 30 minutes.
They kamikaze.
They were a whole 64-bit.
It kind of did feel like Jurassic Park at the end.
Yeah, so now we have 6 people, right? We got Rod, who's the dud. You got Natalie, who's the hot dud. You got the Iraqi war veteran, who actually seems to know what he's doing. He knows how to use a weapon and how to survive. He's probably a prepper. And then his girlfriend, who's a total blank personality. And then you got the 2 kids playing their PSP. So they go to the gas station, and Rod just, he gets a case of bottled water. Okay, smart. There's no one there. Oh, wait, no. There's one guy, the guy at the counter. Even though civilization is under attack, he's like,
no, that was late.
$100 a gallon.
That was the other store. The first store they went to, there was no one in the store. There was no clerks in the store of that first one we went to, where she was looking at the champagne bottles.
Oh, that was okay. I thought that was like the gas station shop.
I don't think we saw a clerk in that first store they were at.
Good night, Bone.
Good night, Bone.
Good night, Bone.
I think we over the place.
Yeah,
Have a go, Bone.
He grabs a case of bottled water, which disappears immediately. Yeah, she's
stopping by, Bone.
Natalie is like she's like a suburban princess. She doesn't seem to understand the situation they're in. She's like, ooh, wine. She's checking out the wine. Meanwhile, the vet is at the doorway, standing guard with his
oh wait,
AR-15.
no, that's right. She goes behind that desolate ass fucking deli counter and picks out the 5 sandwiches that were
the cubes, the sandwich cubes.
Oh, were they soy cubes?
They were just cubes. I thought they were like cheese or something, but they were just like individually plastic wrapped cubes of sandwich.
Were they tofu?
Yeah. The soy nerd. Bitches.
Come on, Yen, say it.
Soy nerd, bitches.
Yeah.
He said it right there though, like Cobra Commander shaking his fist at a fucking television screen.
So Rod's like, "Hey, can I get some gas?" The guy's like, $100 a gallon.
Every time you say this guy's name, Rod,
the dud. I just call him Dud. They're like it's $100 a gallon, and he's like, "What?"
And
then
that's highway robbery.
Yep. But then he remembers he has stock options, and he closed a $1 billion deal.
And this guy's acting style is basically like, "Hey, I am offended that you would charge me so much,
personality coming out.
So much for gas.
Gas is the source of all evil in this movie.
Yeah, it seems that anything where you pay money.
Well, it's specifically the gasoline is like a symbol of humanity.
I would never pay money for this movie.
But he just pays it. He's like, all right. He's like, what?
Yeah,
highway robbery. Here you go.
He does pay. And am I mistaken that he hands him his card? During this Birdemic, cards like
I thought he handed him cash, but
I don't remember. I thought he might have handed him his card. Whatever.
Yeah, well, and he gets more than 1 gallon. He gets 2 full tanks. I mean, like he fills up the tank of the Aerostar, and then he fills up a separate like red gasoline tank. So that's over $1,000.
Well, Laura, did you also go, because that's after the Marine guy gets killed?
Prophetic.
Did we get into how Marine guy gets killed yet?
Yeah, Smirk says prophetic. Yes. Yeah. Gas price hike. especially in California.
Commie birds.
The Marine guy, well, because he was kind of watching the door while they were in the shop, but then Rod's filling up the gas tank, and that's when the birds attack.
Well, how Marine guy gets killed is when they decide to go on the mission to save the people in the bus.
Well, that's the next thing, right? So when the birds attack the gas station, they're like, "Oh, we gotta go." They hop in and they drive off, and you just see the whole pump explodes.
One bird goes kamikaze into the gas tank, but it doesn't explode the gas station; it just blows up the one gas tank.
Right. Oh, wait! Didn't the other two die before they got to the bus? It's like they went out. Yeah, because the girl went to take a shit and got attacked.
The shit, yes.
Yeah, and then Natalie shoots her maybe, and then
the Marine guy dies when they go on the mission to save the people trapped in the what is it? What is the main star of the movie again? You said
Half Moon Bay. So they go to the Half Moon Bay pub, right, which is like a British style pub. Has a little British flag on the sign and a big double decker red bus.
Jens,
3 people.
You ever been there, Jens?
No.
In California?
Oh, yeah.
I have.
Unfortunately not.
You been to Half Moon Bay?
No, I've been to California. I've been to California.
Oh.
Okay. It's a big state. So, have you been to Silicon Valley, Raquel?
No.
Okay. It's like south of San Francisco. It's basically like a more nerdy, techie San Francisco. So,
okay.
It's like, but this is like a small, Half Moon Bay is a real small town on the Pacific Ocean. That's maybe like, I didn't get the scale from the map. It's like 20 to 50 miles away from San Mateo. So, but yeah, the entire movie takes place there. And so they go to the Half Moon Bay pub, and there's 3 people trapped in the double-decker bus. They're like, help, help, help. It's being attacked by the birds. Probably because it's a vehicle, and vehicles take gasoline, right? And like I said, the birds keep attacking things that contain gasoline. So they're like, help, help. So the vet and Rod go into the bus and they start rescuing the people, but they're like, no, don't make me leave. No. They don't want to go.
No, we want to stay.
Right. Even though they were begging to be rescued.
They were just panicking. That's all it was. That was all panic.
Right.
Like, I'll give this fucking stupid ass movie that out. They're just people who were caught in a stupid ass situation. Like, birds are attacking this bus that we're in the middle of a parking lot of a restaurant. And I'll give them that out. It was them panicking.
Well, so somehow Rod gets back to the van by himself because the vet makes it out with all 3 of the people who are trapped inside, and then he's like, he's got his machine gun and he's shooting at the birds. But then
dope machine gun that only has occasional muzzle flashes.
Right, and suddenly you just see like pea soup, just bukkake all over these 4 people. Just splash. It's like this yellow, thick substance just splashes in.
And they're done.
And they're like, ah! They're clutching their face, rubbing their eyes. And the vet drops the gun. They're like, ah! And then the birds attack. Shing, shing, shing. Dead. And so Rod's like, whoa. And he leaves the gun there.
All right. No.
Go on.
So this is what Rod does. Rod is sitting in the fucking minivan watching these people get murdered.
Yeah.
And then this idiot goes, after they get murdered right in front of him, then this idiot says, I'm going to go out and save them.
But they're already dead.
And she's like, no, don't go out there. And then what does he do? He slowly drives away.
Yeah, slowly drives away like he does every time he drives. And he leaves the gun there on the ground, maybe because it's covered in acidic bird piss, but I would have cleaned off that gun.
Did no one notice that he watched everyone get murdered in front of him before he said, I'm going to go save them?
Well, the kids didn't notice because they were looking at their PSP.
Oh, yeah. when those kids were in the back seat, they only cared about Happy Meals.
Yeah.
I want a Happy Meal.
So now there's only 4 of them because the other couple, one guy got pissed on and the other girl got scratched while taking a shit.
Shot in the face.
Possibly shot in the face.
Possibly shot in the face. Gotta
She was
say
shot in the
face.
Possibly.
Help, help, a bird is attacking me. So
That's
yeah,
basically what this movie was.
Yep.
I'm gonna go fake swing coat hangers.
Sweet face meat.
That sweet face meat.
Is product placement contradictory to the writer's ethos? I think there was some kind of he had an iPhone. And they mentioned Oracle in the movie. Oracle Systems. I think that's the company that buys his company for $1 billion.
Well, we got Yoko Ono's website. So.
Yeah. Well, that's like a charity. Imagine Peace, and that
I
website is still up.
I also noticed when they're in the store, it seems like they can't pan on the Doritos on the rack for too long, but you still see there's Doritos on the rack. It's like that's like we can't focus too long on Doritos.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
There was what was it? State Farm Insurance? There was an insurance
There
company.
was a State Farm sign, yeah. There was a State Farm sign.
Okay, so I think they continue
During
on.
that awful courtship. That awful courtship that took about fucking 35, 40 fucking minutes.
If we didn't have that, we
All right.
never would have gotten that song.
Okay, I will admit when I was like 18, I was really bad at courtship and I didn't know how to talk to women, but even I was better than this guy. Like this guy.
Dance moves.
We do what?
The dance moves.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about her dance moves
Oh,
on the date with the guys singing, hanging out with my family, having ourselves a party, and she's doing like Elaine Bennis moves from Seinfeld, but she's doing the robot.
She starts doing robot moves at the end.
Yeah,
but she wasn't doing that the whole time though, because we get to hear the whole fucking song. We don't get to see a 30-second scene. We get to hear that guy's whole song.
Yeah. I'm gonna start dancing. Grandma starts a prancing. And oh yeah, she does like the arms up in the air, like shimmy shake, and then she goes back to the robot.
Laughing. He kept breaking scene. They couldn't afford to reshoot that.
Yeah, well, I don't even remember Rod's moves. I think he just kind of stood there like.
He had his little arms up.
He did what he did, and he just stood there. That's what that guy does.
Yeah, even by white people standards, these dance moves were horrible.
Oh yeah, they're bad.
That guy is he's my vote for the worst actor of all time. When you can't even walk convincingly in a movie, yeah, you got problems. Go to acting class.
What's up,
or walking class, whatever the fuck. Dude can't walk.
Human class.
Exactly. Like, get out of like get someone like John Connor to snap you out of Terminator mode. Like,
get a book on the Stanislavski technique.
Can't go around killing people.
Right. So then, as soon as they continue on, they come across a man in a cowboy hat. Right? Isn't that when they run into the cowboy?
I don't know. I don't know where we're at.
$100 a gallon gas.
Yeah.
They run into the woods.
It's kind of it was kind of a prophecy too.
Because I think it's after. It's after the Marine is killed, right? Because he would have protected them. So I think it's after they lose him. The Cowboys like stops him. He's like, "Hey, can you help me out?"
When they're mugged, the Marine guy and his wife who was taking a shit are dead.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call that. I'm gonna keep calling her the girl that was taking a shit. I've never seen a movie where someone got killed while taking a shit. I mean, there was Lethal Weapon 2, but Danny Glover, like, he didn't die. Like, he was on the toilet with the bomb ready to go up. But
oh yeah, even in Pulp Fiction, Vincent Vega, he flushes and washes his hands first.
After he was taking a shit.
Yeah. So the cowboy in his cowboy hat is like, "Hey, can I get some gas?" And they're like, "Oh, sorry, we."
Oh, that guy's acting is top notch too, man. That guy.
Yeah,
They kept shooting him from the fucking driver cam window.
yeah, like a low angle looking up at him. He's like, "Well,
$50.
yeah." They're like, "Sorry."
I only got $50.
Well, they're like, "Sorry, we can't give you any gas. We need it." Yeah, and it's like $100 a gallon. Well, I only got $50 in my wallet. Sorry, and he just pulls out like a revolver, and he's like, "Give me the gas." And they're like, "All right, all right." They take this giant tank, this big red tank of gasoline, out the back hatch. They set it down on the ground.
He slowly backs away from them, holding them at gunpoint.
Right. Yeah. The cowboy is backing away with the gas can in one hand and the revolver pointed at them in the other hand. And then you just see
Ninja Bird.
Yeah, Ninja Bird assassinates him right across the neck. Shink.
Yeah, it's like the disc blade from Predator.
Yeah,
right across the throat.
Right, because what are the two symbols of human evil in this movie? A firearm in one hand and a can of gasoline in the other.
Oh man, evil.
Yep. Evil. Southern
You know what
man.
you needed for this movie? You needed a plug-in hybrid Mustang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Notice we didn't talk about that with this fucking brain dead moron said in the beginning.
Oh yeah, you mean Rod's car that he drives incredibly slowly and can't park?
Oh my god, there's a duck on the panel. We gotta run.
Oh my god.
Who's got a gun? Anybody have a gun? I'm just a water droplet. Darius, you're like a robot dude.
I'll get it.
All right. I don't think you got it. I want to.
Okay, there we go. That's my leg gun.
Your leg gun.
A duck is a bird, right? So.
Yeah, flies, right? They're all chickens. Look at them, they're chickens. Anyway, what happens next? Don't they run into the woods?
Stupidity happens next.
Well, they also come across a car with, coincidentally, Rod's boss, the Bang Bro, and his Asian girlfriend who's wearing the Yoko Ono t-shirt.
I would assume this girl must be a relative of Yoko Ono.
Or the director.
True.
Yeah.
Would this guy be so fucked up to put his like niece or something in a bikini, like about to have sex with some dude in a hotel room before?
Right. Yeah, because we already saw them getting it on or about to get it on. She was probably just gonna grind on him. I really thought she was like a stripper or a prostitute that he hired until they were dead and he was still with her.
Well, they also did go out with the two.
Oh yeah, that's right, and the double date.
Morons to go see an Inconvenient Truth.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So she's wearing the Imagine Peace T-shirt with the website on it, and they're like, "Yeah, we just saw the movie, An Inconvenient Truth."
And they have a deep, like, minute and a half discussion about it.
Yeah, about climate change and how it's a big problem, and ice caps are melting, the polar bears are losing their homes.
Yes, I'm very concerned.
Environment.
Yep, the redwood forests are drying up.
I'm very concerned.
Very.
Yes.
It's a big problem caused by gasoline and automobiles.
And the birds are revolting.
Yoko's sock puppet. Yep, but now we're in the back half of the movie, and they come across a car with the windows open, and inside, just coincidentally, happens to be the two of them dead, scratched to death by eagle talons.
I don't know. We're being charted, you guys.
Rip. What's up, Dillard?
Hello, Dillard.
Hey, Dillard.
Oh no, we made the chart.
Watching a movie this bad belongs on the chart.
A chart of bad movies?
Nope.
I got some bad movies.
A different kind of chart.
Okay.
A very
being a tree hugging hippie That gets you on the left of the chart. So yeah, then they go out in the woods because there's a creek and they're gonna wash probably their nasty, dirty feet.
They like going to the beach, even though they're trying to avoid birds.
Oh wait, we forgot one really important thing. When the bird kills the cowboy, he drops the gas.
Yeah. Right.
And
he drops his gun.
Yeah, he drops his revolver
and the gas. And main moron dude decides to slowly take off.
Yeah, the back hatch was still open, and he slowly backs away
in the back of the truck or taking the gun.
Yeah,
and then we see this moron runs out of bullets later too. So. Oh
yeah, well, and he runs out of gas. So
yeah. Well, that's before. Yeah, the first moron move is when they run out of gas. Oh my god.
Yep.
Like,
right. Hey, not even that long after they leave the tank.
You can't rewind 2 scenes ago in real life and pick up that gas can you were about to give up, right?
Yeah. Well, and when he runs out of bullets, like he not only did he leave the rifle, but he also left the revolver.
He left the Marine guy's rifle. Yeah.
So they literally run out of the things that they leave lying on the ground.
He's not the brightest bulb.
No. So they go to the woods because they're going to go down to the creek, which is an extremely long walk, but somehow they know that the creek is down there. They go deep into the woods with the 2 children whose parents are dead.
In the woods. Yeah, these kids don't give a shit that their parents are dead. They're like, whatever.
No,
they just want Happy Meals.
Yeah.
Get a Happy Meal.
The kids, they take them all the way out, deep into the woods, down by the creek. And when they look up, they see a man in flannel with long hair and a ponytail hugging a tree. And they're like, who are you?
I'm just a tree hugger, man. Relax.
Oh, my God. And he literally introduces himself as a tree hugger.
Yep, this guy's definitely all the way to the left on the chart. I'm just a tree hugger, man. He lives in a tree house in the trees, and he hugs trees.
He invited them into the tree house.
Hey, Jens, what'd you think about Tree Hugger Guy?
I fell asleep by then.
Did you dream about punting him?
No, I was getting woke up by the birds screaming. As in, like, the animal birds.
He wanted to take Tree Hugger up to the tree house and Nakatomi Plaza him off that
shit. So, goddamn hippie propaganda. So
it's not up there. Eagle could get us.
Right. So the tree hugger has put them at ease because he explained, "I'm just a tree hugger, man." I'm like, oh, okay, he's just a tree hugger. And
wait. Tree Hugger can also communicate with mountain lions. We see.
Oh yeah. Well, he tells him, "You don't have to worry about the birds out here in the woods. The birds don't care about the woods, man. The birds are attacking civilization. You're safe here, amidst
birds
the
don't
trees."
live in the trees.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, I guess we'll trust this tree hugger." And he's like, "Yeah, you want to come up to my tree house? It's safe up here. The birds won't attack it."
That guy with his wig is very, very creepy.
Yeah, and they're like, no thanks.
Well, the kids are all about it.
Oh yeah, let's go up in the tree house. Like, no, we already abducted you, kids. We're not gonna put you in further danger by taking you up in the tree house.
Can you imagine the speech that guy would have gave them if they would have said to him that they wanted a Happy Meal? You would have never heard the end of it, dude.
Yeah, because he proceeds to give them a long speech about how about the climate, and he even says, and I think we all knew he was going to, goddamn global warming.
Yeah.
It's causing this forest to dry up. The tree beetles.
We had
die in the winter.
We had all the talking points in. All we were missing was sexism and racism from this whole fucking thing.
This was the Neil Breen moment of the film. If you guys know who Neil Breen is.
No, I don't.
He makes bad movies like this with bad effects, usually starring himself, and he always has some real heavy-handed leftist messaging.
I'm surprised he didn't work on this movie somehow.
But he usually gives like a long monologue about the environment and nature and stuff in his movies. So this, to me, was like the Neil Breen moment delivered by Tree Hugger. And yeah, he's talking about the climate and how, global warming. He even calls it global warming, and how it's causing the forest to heat up so that the tree beetles don't die and they eat the trees, and then the trees are drying out. And but hey, man, I just live out here with nature, man. Oh, mountain lion's coming! I gotta go, man.
Lion.
And he went running he went running to meet the mountain lion.
Yeah.
Bye, Mark. Thank you for coming.
I think the mountain lion is his wife.
Later.
See you later, Smart. And so they're like, all right, well, if the mountain lion's coming.
You said the mountain lion is his wife, right? Well, remember, she introduces her cat, what's her face? Fucking Natalie introduces her cat.
Did we even talk about that? How Natalie...
No, we didn't, because there was a whole bunch of other bullshit we had to talk about.
So when they went on their date at the beginning to the Thai food restaurant, Natalie, on the date, tells Rod that she has a boyfriend, and he's like, "Oh, you do, huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, I have a picture of him." And he's like, "Let me see. I want to see a picture of your boyfriend." And she's like, "Okay."
Yeah,
and she shows him
the beginning of the courtship.
Yeah, and it's a cat. Her boyfriend is her cat.
Meow.
And then he gives her a thing too, like, "Is your boyfriend gonna be jealous?" Doesn't he say some bullshit like that?
Yeah, something like that. But when she goes to talk to her mom, the cat's not there. But yeah, so Tree Hugger he has a hot date with a mountain lion, so they leave him alone. They get out of the woods. It's a long walk back, and they drive down to the beach.
That's when they go for another picnic.
Yeah.
On the fucking beach.
And
these morons.
Yeah, they're like, the kid's like, "We're hungry." And so Rod happens to find a rod in the back of the Aerostar. It was just there the whole time, a fishing rod.
The dog gonna catch a fish now.
So he stands on a rock fishing. And I was thinking to myself, I didn't say it, but I was thinking, like, the hippie's probably going to tell them, "You don't need to eat meat, my dudes. You can get all your nutrients from plant-based sources, like seaweed, my dudes." And sure enough, she's like, "I'm going to get some seaweed."
Yeah, she takes the kids to go down to the beach and collect seaweed to go along with the fish.
Because they find like a hot plate.
They don't cut it.
Yeah, they find like a hot plate in a bowl, right?
But like they didn't skin it, cut it, nothing. They're like,
"They got a fish.
We're gonna boil a fish."
Yeah, so they take seawater or was it their bottled water? They put water in a bowl. They put it on the hot plate, and then the kids are excited that he caught the fish. He caught a fish, but then he drops the whole thing in the bowl to boil it.
Ugh.
And now he just starts shoving seaweed in the bowl with the fish. And then it's immediately cooked. They hand it to the kids on like a plate that they happen to have. Kids like,
and my favorite part of the movie. A Happy Meal.
I'm a Happy Meal.
Fuck you. Fuck you, kids.
I want a Happy Meal
They're
too.
all mad about it too. They're all whiny.
Yeah. They're real bitchy about it.
They're more upset over not getting a Happy Meal than their dead parents.
Yeah, exactly.
I want a Happy Meal.
Or exploding birds. They don't give a shit about exploding birds.
Fuck my parents. I want a Happy Meal.
All right, so this is like the big setup for the ending.
because here they come.
The big ending.
Dun, 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 dun.
Although they are on the beach fucking around for a while before the N64 birds decide to show up.
Those birds are awesome.
They don't even get to eat the fish before. The music swells and the birds
Before Yoko
fly
comes
in.
back in.
Yeah. They fly in from the horizon, from the ocean. They're like, in two groups up in the sky. One that's flapping one way and another group that's flapping a different way.
And some that aren't flapping at all.
Yeah,
Some
some of them just
aren't
hovering.
flapping at all.
So they're like, back to the van. They go back in the van. They shut the doors, and the birds are just gathered around, hovering around the van. And so Rod takes the last gun they have left, the pistol with the laser sight, because he left the other 2 guns on the ground, and he's shooting. And I said, "You're gonna run out of bullets, man." And then he's like, "Oh no, I'm out of bullets."
We're the co-owners.
Right, but
You're out
I
of
think,
bullets and gas?
yep.
Wow.
Imagine
I wonder
that.
how that could happen. When
Yep.
you leave a gun and a can of gas on the side of the fucking road, you moron.
Yep. And I don't remember if he shot that one bird that lands on the windshield or if it just dive bombed them and
No, it
didn't
looked
explode.
like it bombed them, but it failed.
All right.
It didn't
So
even break through the glass. It like lazily like thudded into the fucking windshield.
yeah. So there's one dead bird. But I just figured it out, man. I just figured it out now.
What?
I figured out why the birds left.
Why? Because they were out of gas.
Because they were
Out of bullets.
Yeah, because
They were out of gas.
Boom! There you go. You just solved the puzzle, bro.
Right. So once he runs out of bullets, we know that as soon as they got to the beach is when they ran out of gas. Now he's run out of bullets, and the birds start to leave.
You just got to the last layer of the onion. That was.
Oh
this
my
movie.
God. Mind blown.
But do they actually leave?
They spend 5-10 minutes leaving. The birds, with the music swelling, they start to fly away to the horizon, and they
Right,
keep
you know what?
flying.
Actually, you know what? I gotta say right now. So Carol played the movie for us, and she got through like maybe 30 minutes of the credits, and it was still the same scene before we stopped it. And those birds, yeah, they were moving, but not like moving far away. They were like, it was like if you're on a treadmill, but flying.
Yeah.
It's like they paused.
And-
The animation still
and-
And then
the
it cuts back to the people, and then it just cuts back to the birds again.
over and over. It does that same shit like 2 or 3 times.
Yep, the birds are leaving, and this has been a heck of a day.
Good God.
We don't know what happens to society or human civilization
Oh,
around
I
the
know.
world.
I know what happened to society.
What?
This movie was made. That's all I have to say.
The birds attack every major city and every vehicle with gasoline, every gas station, everyone with a loaded firearm.
If I had a group of friends with myself when I was like 14, 15 years old that were anxious enough to make a stupid movie like this, we could have did it. And we could have did it for free. We wouldn't have had to spend $10,000 on this shit.
Well, let's remake it.
You could remake it. I'll sit on the sideline. I'll be a consultant. There you go.
No,
I'm
not remaking this unless you're in it.
gonna hold a clipboard on the side.
Nope.
That's what I'll do. Good God.
Hey, will you be a character named the Cookie Bitch?
The cookie bitch.
Cookie. I want a cookie.
Raquel, how many times do I have to tell you? The cookies, there's never been any cookies.
Carol,
you
whore.
Carol, you whore.
Add a cookie store into the remake of it.
All right, we'll put cookies in the remake if y'all are going to be in it.
And
Otherwise,
the bird. All right, it's like I said, a consultant. I'm your consultant.
okay.
A scene where the birds come flying through the cookie store and start like picking up the cookies and dragging them outside and eating them, but they're also attacking the people inside.
Can the birds kind of like frisbee the cookies into people's heads?
Oh yeah, like the way the way the highway robber got his throat cut. Like,
yeah,
shit
but
like
with a
that.
cookie.
Yeah, sure.
Ninja chicken cookie.
We have to have something in the movie for everyone.
I just said I'm a consultant. That's all.
For Slasher, we'll have like a serial killer in the movie, and then for Raquel, we'll have cute animals.
The birds themselves are the serial killers.
No, it could be like
And the cute animals.
A thing of homing pigeons, and you train them.
Instead of
your weapon.
Instead of eagle vultures, whatever they fucking call it.
For Carol, we can have cookies and unnecessary nudity, and then for me, we can have robots.
This movie was severely lacking nudity.
And for Jens, it has to have
soy.
masculine action.
This movie had nothing. Anyway.
Movie was great.
And of course, the birds will attack anyone holding a coat hanger. That's why we need to legalize. No, I'm not going to say it.
Oh my god.
I'm not going to say it.
All right.
Say it.
Oh no.
What a movie. Carol, why did you do this to me? Is this my payback for Zardoz?
No, she already did that.
No, that was the tomatoes.
Oh, yeah.
She already did that with Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I picked this movie solely off of the graphics. I was impressed.
You know, yeah, as a 3D animator who's done special effects, I'm offended by this movie.
It was the bird flying into the windshield that caught my eye.
The director clearly did this himself in After Effects and didn't hire an actual special effects person. So he didn't even create a job.
Nope. Probably took some away.
I think he gave some like extra work to his family members. Because
but he didn't pay them.
There are like some random dead Asians in the movie, and I think they're not the extra, right? Anyone without a line of dialogue is considered an extra, right? If you get a line, you're a co-star.
Remember the store clerk that legit had grape jelly on his eyes?
Oh yeah. Yes.
That was grape jelly. That wasn't even. They couldn't even get strawberry jelly.
They used grape.
That was purple. And it was legit. Yeah, like when they zoomed in on it, it was like, oh, you put jelly around his eye. Good job.
And the practical effects were better than the digital effects. And that's.
Oh yeah, when the highway robber guy got his throat cut.
Oh yeah,
even though it should have still been bleeding by the time his throat got cut, you know. But
whatever. It looked like a Halloween costume, like when you have like a bloody wound.
Yeah, the fake scars that you could buy and like glue to your fucking head or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, and like the scrapes on Rod's neck kept changing in every shot.
Yeah.
There's just one scratch on each side of his neck, and it would get bigger, smaller, deeper, shallower, change colors. For a while, it just looked like hickeys. And then like Natalie would have one, and then it would disappear.
But yeah, that's Birdemic. Rock and terror. So I'm gonna go around the line.
What's the moral?
Tell us.
Don't use gasoline.
Well, the intended moral was, hey man, we have to stop all of this polluting Mother Nature and stealing from the earth. We got to stop the violence. You got to stop having guns, man. Just do whatever the government tells you, unless they're telling you to put gas in your car. Get the hybrids, put the guns away, and hug a tree today. But the real lesson is don't watch this movie. Don't watch the sequels. We will. We'll do it for you so you don't have to. One day.
Somewhere down the line.
Somewhere. Oh, man.
I got a list of shitty movies. So. Overall, Darius. On the scale of shit to.
Well, okay. So
the
thing about enjoying bad movies and having, there's good bad movies and there's bad movies, right? And there's good movies and there's bad good movies. This was, on quality, this movie gets a 1 out of 10. But in entertainment value,
I'd say that's being generous. But go ahead.
Yeah, well, on IMDb tends to skew high, and this movie gets a 1.7. So you may be right. In terms of entertainment value, I would put it up to at least a 3, just because of all of the fun that we had watching this horrible piece of
this
shit.
Is something you would not want to watch by yourself, right? This is something
No.
Make fun of, right?
Right. And I said earlier I would watch it again, but only with someone like Tommy, because I would not watch it again by myself. Only with someone who had never seen it.
Agreed. Second time I saw this shit bomb. So what's your rating? What's your rating?
D.
D?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you would give this movie a D? How dare you?
Yeah. No, can you?
Well, no, stand by it.
I'm just
kidding.
I'm just kidding. Why? I'm not offended that you said that because this is fucking horrendous.
How dare you?
And mind you, Raquel missed like the first 18 minutes of this movie.
Yes, I missed the. I missed.
You know what's funny though? You didn't miss a thing.
I missed the first half quarter of the movie.
No, but everything you missed, we just got to see again, just with a different scene, walking and slow driving. So you didn't miss anything.
Okay.
You really
seen the cat boyfriend.
I want to see the kitty cat.
Well, you're gonna have to go back and watch that on your own time.
It's just a photo. Cat boyfriend.
Hey, yeah, I'm sure you got a high grade for this movie. Oh, he's silent now.
He's gone.
Yeah. he said he was gonna fall asleep.
He's gone. So.
Good night, Jens.
I got it.
Well, I think him falling asleep during the movie is his rating.
Yeah.
Pretty much. My rating, I guess, would be shit out of shit on a scale of shit to shit.
Did Carol give a rating?
No. I'm gonna give it like a C plus.
C plus.
Yeah. I thought the movie was fucking hilarious.
Jens, are you back?
Terrible. That's why it was great.
Yeah. And Carol
Yes.
is now the double heavyweight champion of the shittiest movies that I've played on this. And I played some shitty movies.
Oh, Jack's Law. So the birds win in the end. Is that what you're saying to us? Yes, the birds win in the end. All that our heroes do is figure out how to survive the birds and adapt to what is now the birds' world.
Also them slowly leaving was the setup for part 2.
Well, yeah. I don't know if that was planned when he made part 1, but yeah, basically at the end, the birds leave them alone because they've run out of gas and bullets, but the world is not saved.
Sherry gives us an A-.
A-. Wow. For being unique and terrible.
Very fucking generous. Holy shit. I give this like a -10 out of 4.
Wait, thumbs up or down?
I'm gonna dig a hole. I'm gonna dig a hole in the ground just so I could put my thumb in there.
I'm gonna cut my thumb off.
Yeah, and bury it in the on a fucking.
Feed it to a bird.
In the pet cemetery. There you go.
Yeah, this movie is the worst thing that could have ever happened to Tippi Hedren's memory.
Aww.
R.I.P. Tippi Hedren.
Would you say this is the worst that we've watched so far, Darius? Worse than Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
I don't know if I'd say it's the worst. I would say it's the most bad.
The most bad.
If that makes sense.
It's kind of like you're trying to be nice to it, but not really.
Oh my God, she's still alive.
Is she?
Tippi Hedren is 92.
I wonder what royalty she's making off of this.
You probably just killed her now because you said R.I.P. to her. We're gonna wake up in the morning.
Wow,
you killed her.
Well, hey, I'm sorry I told her to rest in peace. Although, it would make me feel better if she does not even know this movie exists.
She probably doesn't. It's like, where is this check from? Someone rented this for $5?
She wasn't even in it herself. It was archival footage from an Alfred Hitchcock movie. Like I said, it's a ripoff. It's not even an homage.
Carol, you're here, but I'm gonna say good night to you in the chat anyway. Jack's Law, Manticore, Smirk,
Dillard.
Dillard.
Going
John Dillard.
Stream, Dillard.
Honstar, he watched it with us.
Yeah,
but
Honstar breathed it out, but he couldn't do the review.
he couldn't have.
I can't talk about this movie.
He had to go and think about his life choices.
Moira, Parrothead,
Bone, Lorenzo. Everyone else?
Renzo. I'm just trying to see if I could scroll up to his name. Well, Lorenzo, George Lucas.
Right, George Lucas.
Oh my God. Do you want to see where Tippi Hedren was in this movie?
Jens too, because Jens was here. He might have fallen asleep. He might have fallen asleep during this, but do I want to see what?
Where Tippi Hedren is in this movie?
On the screen somewhere, right?
That's let me share it.
But don't even tell me it's like a movie poster.
It's not a movie poster. It's at the movie itself.
Oh, okay.
In the hotel. They're watching a Hitchcock movie, but it was enough to get her third billing in the cast.
That's awesome.
That's at least a good shot to put this out on. This girl in her bra was like the fucking highlight of that movie for me.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry to sound like a perv, but good God, was that an awful movie? It might get more awful next week because. All right, I put this up to Darius.
Hashtag blame Darius next week.
Blame me.
It's not just going to be next week. It's going to be next 3 weeks.
Oh.
Darius, what movie series did you pick?
It was the Snake Eater.
Yep.
Snake Eater?
I'm still in a dream. Snake Eater. Oh, not Metal Gear. The actual 80s movie, Snake Eater.
And there's 3 of them. So
you guys don't know that song from Metal Gear Solid 3? All right.
No, I know. I didn't fuck with the Metal Gear games too much. I wish I could have.
Yes, the 80s inspiration for Hideo
Lorenzo
Kojima.
Lamas from, if anyone remembers, Renegade from the 90s. Yeah,
With
that
I remember him.
with the real action mullet.
Yeah, he did have a very actiony mullet.
Business in the front.
Party.
In the back.
Nothing but a party in the back.
Hanging out with the family.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Party.
Hanging out with my family.
Grandma's
Having ourselves a party.
That does not sound like a good party.
Somebody has to sing that on Jedi Bill's karaoke.
Hey,
Dude, we had to sing it during the review.
Darius, where can we find Darius?
You can find me at youtube.com/Darius M. And when I finish my working on the house, I'll return. I got some plans, some thoughts, some designs, and in the meantime, I like to appear on shows like this when I can. Always Slasher, McSplitter, viewer advisory, warning, bad movie. And with Carol's Cookies. Sometimes I appear on Jedi Bill's karaoke and other places here and there when invited. And I do appreciate people continuing to invite me on shows and asking me when I'm coming back. So
Hanging out with your family.
Hanging out with my family. And
I miss your live streams, Darius.
Well, until then, I'll see you. And you'll see me in the chat.
Ah.
Hey, Carol,
Yes.
you gotta head out soon, right?
Yeah. I think they already started without me, but it's all right.
Hey, go ahead and plug where you're gonna be in like 5 minutes.
I'm going to be at Smirk the Aliens channel on the panel talking about stuff and things and AI and spooky stuff and whatever floats our boat. And Friday's my birthday. I want presents.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Happy early birthday.
The link to Smirk's channel is in the chat, and you can find me on the Twitters at Carol's Cookies 54. And that's about it.
You're smart.
And here, of course.
Of course. This was your pick. Remember that.
We will remember.
I'll never let you forget it.
Thank you, Sherry.
And Raquel, thank you for coming through.
Let's see. You can follow me on my channel or, here on Slashers, Jedi Bills, Mora Kitty, Fedora Roll Horrible. They call me nobody. And I think I'm gonna and I've been busy playing a lot of games like Elder Scrolls Online on my gaming channel. So here's all my links you can follow me on, like gaming channel, Gilded, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram.
Hey Raquel, do you think you're gonna come through next week for the Snake Eater series?
I don't know. Well, I'll let you know.
I gotcha.
Raquel, someday you'll go through the rain. Someday you'll feed on a tree frog.
Ew, I'm not eating frog's legs.
It's from the game. Don't worry. Not in the movie. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is. I haven't seen the movie. I've never seen it, so very excited.
Before I end, Jens, are you awake still? Okay.
No.
A man in Yorkshire. A man of masculine action.
Hey, if anyone wants to come through and watch the movie, I'm going to end it with this. Ask me ahead of time. I do the movies Wednesday night. Occasionally, if I or Darius or Carol have to mix around our days, I do that. Wednesdays or Thursdays. Anyone wants to come through, hit me up during the week. I appreciate that very much. So, thanks, guys, for coming through, watching this with me.
I had fun.
Talking shit about it. Later, folks.
Talk shit about the movie.
Storming the castle.